I felt I was in the army, and I felt I'm cock of the north. Know what I mean? At first, we had nothing. Everything was quiet. Everybody was expecting German aircraft to come over, nothing. Then all of a sudden, it was all hell let loose, day and night. The more they bombed us, the more we dug our toes in, if you know what I mean. They were injuring and killing people that I knew, I'd grown up with. I can only say it hardened me, and I know it hardened many more like me. That was why I joined the ATS. Much against my parents' will, I took a day off work and went. I cycled to Hounslow Barracks. I took an examination, a written examination and a spoken examination, and then I had to do this thing with like a rod with a round ring like that on the end over an electric pipe thing. If you touch the pipe, the bell rang. Well, the first time I did it, the bell rang once. The second time I did it, the bell never rang at all. That was a nerve test, I found out. And that was why I was put into the Royal Artillery, because of the gun noises and seeing aircraft, and they realised that we were going to get bombed. I got a letter with a travel warrant to go to Fulford Barracks, York. I felt I was in the army, and I felt I'm cock of the north. Know what I mean? I felt good. All the ATS, whatever job you did throughout the war, had to do it because that released a man for fighting. In a way, you're half woman and half man, because you're doing a job that a man did. And in a lot of ways, we were treated like a man. But a woman isn't a man. There are times when you felt really tired and ill. But you had to overcome that because you all had a job to do. You all had a part to play as a team. I was in what was called left half battery. We were outside Plymouth. It was very rough, hard. I mean, they would come and try to put us out, if they could, with the bombs. Because if they put a battery out, they knew they'd kill people who were working those guns. I was what was known as a height finder plotter. And I did the height of which the plane was flying. I could get on to, say, 2 wingtips, provided got them dead level. 2 tailplanes, whatever part of the aircraft I could get on fastest. But I had to be sure that they were level before I called ready for action. And then that would go through to the guns, and then they would fire. It was very, very tiring work, both on your body and on your eyesight and your hearing, because you've got the guns firing, but you couldn't use the little jelly things that they told you to put in your ears because you couldn't hear the orders. We were all trained as well to look and listen, because German aircraft engines were entirely different to British engines. The German aircraft engines did what I called in my mind, they laboured. They went, whereas all our aircraft, Rolls-Royce engines, Merlin engines and that, were smooth. And when you heard aircraft, you shouted, "Aircraft!" I've known girls, after we've been firing for hours and hours, go down into the command post and cry with fatigue. You'd sit on the floor, on the concrete, with your back against the wall, so tired that when you lit a match or your lighter up, you couldn't get it to your fag. Know what I mean? You're like this. Because you're relaxing. But then, in your head, you were saying, God, is that bell going to ring again? When the bell went, you ran for your life if you were on duty at the command post. No time at all in 24 hours up on that gun park was ever wasted. Time was of the essence, because the faster you got your shells off, the faster you had a chance of bringing them down. More aircraft we got, was one less to come over any city. Every aircraft that we hit or damaged or was brought down further over was one less going back to Germany. We downed 14 and a half. The first plane, I saw our shell hit it, killed the rear gunner, must have done, and then it caught fire. I could see where the shell hit that aircraft, and I knew that even if we didn't bring it down, we'd done enough damage for another one to bring it down. I used to think, That's for my beloved family and my East End. I made my work my life because I saw what they did to Plymouth, and that really upset me. But when I went home on leave and saw the destruction, it hardened me that much more. And that was what kept us going, no matter how tired you were. I felt that every aircraft that we damaged or brought down, that was one less to be diverted to my or any other town.